Yesterday, Nintendo announced and released something that we've been waiting for like ever. A dedicated Nintendo music streaming app. Apart from obviously their games, music is easily one of the biggest things Nintendo is known for. With a library of music spanning all the way back to the early 80s with arcade games like Donkey Kong, over the years, Nintendo has amassed quite the collection of music. From some of the most iconic video game soundtracks of all time like Super Mario Galaxy, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, hell, even the original Super Mario Bros. On the NES, people have enjoyed listening to their OSTs for years. But it's never been all too easy. Unlike most video game companies who release their game soundtracks on streaming apps like Spotify and make a bit of profit from that, Nintendo has always kept their OSTs really close to their chest. Even within the past couple of years starting to take down channels who upload their music to YouTube. And this is something that has always bothered me and so many other people. Why keep these amazing OSTs from us, when almost every other big game company has uploaded their music to Spotify? I mean, yeah, some games have built-in music playing features where you could listen to the OST, but who is taking their console out with them just to listen to music? It's just inconvenient. Well, with the out-of-nowhere announcement and release of Nintendo Music, the issue that has bothered us fans for decades has finally been solved. I mean, this must have been why they were taking down music channels. And the reason it took so long is because they were uploading and digging up thousands of songs for us to be able to listen to in the highest quality possible, right? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Despite having hundreds of iconic video game OSTs, Nintendo Music launches with 23 game soundtracks. And the choices here are weird. I mean, not a single 3DS game, 0 Wii U games if you don't count Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, 2 Wii and DS games, and 1 GameCube game. And instead of picking iconic soundtracks from some of those systems like Mario Kart DS or Wii, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, they pick Nintendogs and the Japanese exclusive game Tomodachi Collection. I get that this is just the launch selection, but even despite the fact that this app should have existed years ago and we're only getting it now, a selection this small is just embarrassing. And along with that, why is there no inclusion of the names of the people who compose these tracks? Imagine if we could have individual pages for artists like on Spotify and you could see the soundtracks they worked on. And maybe even a playlist containing some of their greatest hits. It feels like a huge slap in the face to the people who compose these tracks, with no sight of their names anywhere. Now, this app isn't all bad, I guess. There are some pretty neat things here, like character-specific playlists that contain songs relating to that character, and could be seen as that Nintendo character's playlist. But with the selection so small, these playlists either tend to be super all over the place, or tend to repeat themselves. With Zelda's playlist almost solely containing different versions of the same song, Zelda's Lullaby. All this complaining isn't to say I'm mad about this app. I'm actually really happy Nintendo finally is giving us a way to listen to their music, in the highest quality possible too, and allowing us to create unique playlists and download songs directly to our devices so we can listen whenever. But they definitely jumped the gun on this and released it in a super bad state. There's so much missing here. And it's honestly super disappointing considering the potential an app like this had. And since this is a part of Nintendo Switch Online, and you have to have a subscription to the service to use this app, it's even more embarrassing because this is something we are technically paying for. I can almost assure you there is nobody out there who is solely buying a Switch Online subscription to listen to these 23 soundtracks. This app could be a big opportunity to get people who don't even own a Switch to buy the online subscription to listen to this music. But it's gonna take a lot more than a Japanese exclusive DS games OST and Ganondorf's playlist to entice people to do this, when there are so many easier ways to listen to their music on places like YouTube. Hopefully down the line Nintendo really picks up with this app, but if I had to guess, they're gonna treat it like the Switch Online games and release like 10 new OSTs a year, and it's gonna take 6 years before this app even remotely has a decent selection of music. Before I end this video, I do want to point out some of the cool features this app has though. You can block specific game OSTs from showing up to prevent spoilers if you plan on playing those games, which is a really cool feature that I wouldn't even have thought of, but really helps prevent someone from clicking on a custom playlist and being spoiled on a game from the song being there. You can extend a lot of these tracks to be a seamless hour-long loop, as most of these tracks were already made with seamless loops in mind, because they were meant to play as long as it took the player to reach the end of the area where a song was playing. You can look up other people's playlists and save them if Nintendo's custom playlists or the playlists you made weren't good enough, or if you are just too lazy to make one. And again, there are the character-specific playlists, but until they add a sizable selection here, these aren't going to be nearly as cool as they could be. Also, at the end of the announcement video, they showed some of the soundtracks that would be coming down the line, and there's some really cool stuff here like Wii Sports, Mario 64, Skyward Sword, and Wind Waker. But I mean again, a lot of these are soundtracks that should have launched with the app. This shouldn't be treated like Switch Online games where they're drip-fed to us over time. If you're gonna give us a music app and take as long as you did to do it right. Include the composers' names, give us more than 23 OSTs. It's so frustrating. In the end though, I really do hope Nintendo picks up with this app. This is something we've wanted for years, and there's so much potential here for something amazing. But hey, it's Nintendo. Who knows with them? Anyway, subscribe.